In this video, you're going to learn how to create, market, and sell your course, even no one knows your name. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a solid roadmap of how to do that. Now, if you're new to this market, I wanted to share with you, this is the perfect timing because this market is absolutely exploding. Now, according to the Global Market Insights, by 2027, it's going to hit 1 trillion. And that's why there's a lot of entrepreneurs that are getting on this wave. And I wanted to share with you, there are so many other courses out there and just give you some inspiration. So I pull out some examples from one of the sites from Mastermind. And so we've got different age, different backgrounds. So Mindy, she's selling how to do a photography. Now, Natalie, she teach how to become a trust advisor. She is a consultant speaker. And Mike, he is a real estate, teach other real estate how to become better. And finally, we've got Agatha, how to live better by eating vegan. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so that sounds good, but how is this business can start and how does that grow? And can you actually make any money by selling $50 workshop or only a low level courses? Now, what I wanted to show you is the key of this industry is by continuously adding value. So adding value. All right, and this is the key in here, and I'm going to show you how. So let's just say from this first tier, you consistently show up and give free content in YouTube, Instagram, podcasts. Now, in this free content, you give real actionable content, and all your audience just blow their mind thinking how great you are sharing so much value in even free content. So naturally, they're going to go up and check out what else that you have. Let's just say in your second tier, you have your book or a half-day workshop, which is a slightly lower value. And let's just say you only charge $50 for it. Now, all your audience, which you already grow from the free content, gonna check out, okay, so what else do you have? And you, again, give so much value, they're going to say, wow, if $50 is good, let's check out what else that you have. Then you create a DIY a course, maybe that's somewhere between 6 to 8 weeks that they can go on their own. And your course, let's just say charge for about $197. But again, this is a DIY course. And people are saying, okay, so I like the idea of DIY. But a part of your audience is going to think, okay, so if the DIYs is good, I want to get more of you. I wanted to see how I can get more hand holding, how I can get more accountability. What else do you have? Okay, so you create a higher level. So your high level will be a form of group coaching, mentorship, or mastermind. And in this industry, people making 10 grand to 20 grand of providing service. Now, I'm not saying that you are going to do that right from the beginning, but here is what you can do. So in this model is the more value that you are getting, you are giving, the higher the price you are going to charge. And people adding so much value, this is how they build up their brand. And people doing 6 or 7, 8 figures business by adding value and separate them from the rest of the crowded market. All right. So right now you'll be thinking, okay, so that sounds all good, but how can I find a profitable ideas? It sounds like so many other people are selling courses and selling coaching program. Now, the truth is, the most profitable ideas that people are happy to pay you for or are eager to pay you for are all live inside you. And let me just share a story with you, okay? So life comes around pretty nicely and until when something happens, okay? So that something would be, let's just say you have to start a new job. You have to learn a new skill because you lose your job and then you have to learn something else. Well, you have to lose weight. Or you had to go through a very painful divorce. So that's what we call a mess. Okay, so during this mess, you have to figure all out yourself through your learning. You have your imposter syndrome and you don't know what to do. And until you hit a rock bottom and you finally figure out a way that you can get back up. So you figure out some skills and you figure out some solutions. So and your life getting better, you picking up momentum, and then so say for example, if you're going through divorce, your relationships with your children or with your ex-partners are better. You are getting momentum of building a business, like the real estate agent Mike. He experienced that how he gone through his real estate agent, and now he figure out a skills and solution. And right now you are standing on the other side. Okay, so throughout this process, you have to figure out some solutions. You have figured out some skills, and what happened is all this becomes your mastery. That becomes your path that you can replicate. And right now, as we speak, there are so many people that standing here and looking down the valley. They don't actually want to go down the valley because it sounds scary. And rather than them going through their own trial and error, they much prefer to pay for someone else to actually build a bridge for them. Instead of going through the valley, they want a bridge. And you know what? You are somebody that can build a bridge because you've gone through that yourself. You have your own experience. You have your skills and you have your solutions. And right now, they want to pay for it. They want to pay for the speed. They want to pay for the comfort. And that's where your most profitable ideas lives. That lives inside you, and nobody can replicate you. And let me just share with you how I got into this industry that very similar to here. So 3 years ago, I became a single mom, really stressed, financial stress and physical stress. And on top of that, I had COVID hit. Although I run a very successful business consultancy, I was doing a lot of one-on-one work. I just don't have the time in a day to do one-on-one. And out of desperation, I searched for Tony Robbins, and he came to my world. I bought his course, I bought his knowledge, and he changed my life. He changed the way of me thinking. Instead of me going to talk and teach people one-on-one, I can actually bundle what I've learned into a course, and I can have more impact. And that was the idea of, hey, that is a knowledge industry because somebody is buying your knowledge to go through faster, not going through the valley. And that's the inspire me to create this video with you. So the next one that I wanted to share with you is, now that maybe you like the idea of actually create a course. Now, how exactly can you turn an idea into actually a course? And I would like to share with you with an example, and it's require 4 steps, very simple 4 steps. It's much easier than you thought. Okay, so first step is you just draw to a person and representing now and the future. Okay, and in this example, I want to share with you is this person right now doesn't have a house and he want to get into the first real estate property. Okay, so that's where he see right now. Okay, so number 2 is you're going to map out what are the natural progressions. Ideally, you wanted to just map out 5 big chunks. Let's just say if somebody doesn't have a real estate and he want to get into real estate, what are the 5 most important steps that for this person to take to be able to get the first house? Okay, so we map it out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's the natural progression of each step this person need to take. Okay, and that's done. All right, and finally, that's how you wrap things together. Is you wanted to start from the step 1. Okay, so step 1 will be, let's just say, is actually find out about this person's budget. Okay, so this is the first step. Now, and the second step would be something else. Okay, so in order for you to create a course, you're going to do step by step. So step one is, what are the things that this person need to do to create a budget? Would that be finalizing the income? What about expenses? What are the extra things that he can do to create more income? What are the things that he can do to reduce expenses? And then you do it for the number 2, number 3, 4, and 5. So once you finish all that, that is the structure of your course. And for now, that's all you need. You already 90% of creating your course. Because right now, the biggest problem a lot of the beginner wanted to get into this information industry is they spend so much time creating the course, but nobody wants it. Nobody wants to buy it because they don't actually understand whether this course is exactly what the end market wants. So how do you create and sell a course before you even create it? And you'll be like, really? Is that for real? Yes, it is. And people are doing it and making money. And I'm going to show you how in 3 simple steps. I've done it before, and that saved me so much trouble. Because the first time when I create a course, took me about 3 months to create a course. And it's a completely disaster because that was what I think it was right. And I forgot about my ideal audience are not where I think they are, and just completely disaster. So going this way is going to save you a lot of stress. All right, so the first one is you're going to find the group that you want to target. Okay, so in here, in this example, is the weight loss. Now, obviously, you can find groups everywhere. It's just example is the Facebook group. So in Facebook group, you type in weight loss, and there's so many groups out there you can join, and you can join any one of them, and then you just go in and explore. Okay, so step 2 is you are going to connect. Oops, modern technology. Okay, now start again. Okay, so once you go into this group, the next step that you wanted to do is actually you are going to connect with you're going to connect and add value. Remember what I said? You're going to connect and add value. So when you continue connect and add value, naturally there will be people that drawn to you and wanted to find out more about what you do. So what you want to do is you invite all these people into your beta launch. So what exactly is beta launch? So beta launch is you are actually teaching all this that we talk about, your whole structure, in a Zoom or live environment for 6 to 8 weeks. Now, there's no fancy tech here. So the simple way is you can do it in the Facebook group. You can create a Facebook group, or you can simply just do a Zoom call for 6 to 8 weeks. All right. So a lot of people, they start with 5 people. That's all they need. Because the beta launch, you are testing. And in this and in the next minute, I'm going to share with you why do you want to do a beta testing, okay? So you can do it in the Facebook group or in a Zoom environment for 6 to 8 weeks. And then here's how it works. After that, you recorded it. And when you ready, you can package up and turn that into your course. So what are the benefits of actually having a beta launch? So this beta launch is great because you are actually talking and teaching your final audience. They could give you a feedback of what to add and what to remove from your course. And they could give you testimonial of actually what transformation that they are getting. And that dramatically increase your pay program. And you are going to prove your concept and improve your confidence, because that's really the key of starting. And finally, you have your audio, video, and transcribe. And that can turn into your course. Amazing, right? So no typing, and there's no copy. You don't need to work with anyone else but your ideal client, and they are co-creating your course and you're getting paid. How crazy is that? All right. So if you find this useful and if you're watching until right now, I hope you like my video so I can produce more of this amazing content for you and support your journey. So next, what are we looking at? So if you're beginning, there are 3 C's that you really need to focus on. The first one is called cash flow. Obviously, you need cash flow, okay? Number 2, you need confidence. So confidence that we talk about is you can get that from beta testing, but you don't do beta testing every single time. So you need to somehow find your confidence. And finally, you need your client. So you need your client to pay for your course. Okay, so how exactly can we make that happen? How can we sell your course when nobody knows your name? Now, the biggest problem also I heard a lot is people, when they start, they spend so much money on their website, on their funnels, on their clicks, chat sequence or email sequence, because none of this works until you validate your course and then you get your confidence up. All right. So how do you sell? It's very, very basic. It's very similar to the beta launch. So the very first one that you want to do is continue finding your group, the group of people that you wanted to connect to. Number 2 is you are going to continue adding value and finding out their pain point. All right. So number 3 is once you identify their pain point and you have the solution, aka your course, you can actually invite them to a course. All right, that's basically it. Now, the good thing is the more that you do this process, yes, it's one-on-one and you have to do it via direct messages in these days. What the beauty about that is because you are talking to talking doesn't mean that you are getting on the phone. It just means that you are having a communication with your end users. You are getting a direct feedback of how you can improve your course. So the more that you can do this, the better your course will become. And these days, social media makes it so much simpler for you to find exactly the group and find out exactly the problem that they are having. Just go in and watch their conversation and you jump in and having just a one-on-one chat about how you can help them with the course that you create. So you're getting excited. So that final bit is the scale. So once you master your direct invitations to your course, the next step is, okay, so you don't want to everyday DMing your people and messaging your people getting to your course. What are the ways that you can actually get people to your course? Now we can do it through your event. Okay, so what events that you can run? You can run a workshop. So you can run a challenge. And you can run a webinar. Okay, so what you do is you drive traffic to here. So the traffic can come from your word of mouth, your email, and your YouTube, your podcast, and your Facebook, your personal connection. So all of this channel, you are driving traffic to these challenges and webinar. Now, you don't have to use fancy opt-in page. You can just create a Facebook group for these challenges to happen and people just log in, okay? Now, once you create these, what you can do is you can go into sell your evergreen course. Okay, so what does evergreen means? That means that you've already mastered your course and your course is close to perfect and you can sell in a bulk. So right now, I hope you are enjoying the content that I am producing. And I have to say that I won't be where I am right now if I continue doing the one-on-one clients, and I would be trading my time for money, and I wouldn't be supporting my children and supporting them financially. So if you have the skills, you have the experience, and you have the passion, right now is the perfect time for you to actually package up. And I would love to hear from you of what you can share and how you can share it. Because the thing is, quite frankly, why repeat again and again with the same thing with different people? Why not you can package up and impact more life and have more incomes? If you find this useful, please help me, because I wanted to create more video, but I can't reach more people if you don't subscribe my channel. So I hope I will see you in my next video. So if you like this video, subscribe.